6, 5, 4.
Why is he counting down from 13? I can't work like this. Hey, what's going on? This is the Gamer Buff. It's a weekly rundown of gamer news. I'm Jefferson Carps with the Gamer Buff, Dove Larson. What's going on, Dove?
Not much. How you doing, Carps?
I am terrific. Now, buddy, before we hit the news, I want to do some rankings because I'll tell you what. You know, I over this last week, I got back into Super Double Dragon. All right. Beat the hell out of that game. One of my all-time favorites. I want to know your favorite retro beat-em-up style games. Let's say top 5. Favorite retro beat-em-up style games. Go. What do you got?
Double Dragon 2. We're going to put that on there. That's got to be Final Fight. Absolutely has to be on there, Hager. I told you upstairs, he's like a cross between Schwarzenegger and Bruce Willis. He's awesome.
Dude, Final Fight's incredible. People love Final Fight, and they should.
And my all-time favorite, Maximum Carnage. You play as either Venom or Spidey. Super Nintendo. It's one of my favorite games of all time. So good.
My God, man. That is the greatest poll anyone's ever pulled, because Maximum Carnage is, oh my God, with the Maximum Carnage is fucking great. I forgot all about that game.
It's one of the best Spider-Man games of all time, and that's including
because you're Venom
or Spidey
or Spider-Man.
And
oh
it's
my
totally
God!
A throwback to the old like cartoons and the old cartoon like Saturday morning cartoons.
Yes, but it also
all that shit. The comic book is what I'm trying to say. I'm an idiot, but all that
you're
shit
very dumb. But it also has like an eerie element to it because of the Venom side of things.
Absolutely, and even like the soundtrack on it's very like
oh my God,
rock and roll. I forget the name of the band. It was pretty dope that they actually had a rock band or a punk rock band on there.
This was Super Nintendo. The graphics were really great.
Mm-hmm.
And when you like, you're out there, it's fun as hell because you're Spider-Man, you're beating them up, you're Spider-Man, but then you become Venom.
Exactly.
That game was so much fun. Maximum Carnage was so much goddamn fun. Everybody go back and play Maximum Carnage. I'm putting it on my list. That's a tremendous, tremendous pick. What a great poll. It's not even on my list of honorable mentions because I forgot all about it, and it's one of my favorite games of all time. What else you got?
Let's go with X-Men Arcade. It beat out Simpsons Arcade because I had to pick just one.
Yeah.
And then finally River City Ransom. That's one of my all-time favorites. I've played it a lot. Nintendo, fantastic game.
Yeah, you love the River City games.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you put Double Dragon on there. Thank you very much. Maximum Carnage, greatest game of all time, obviously. Some honorable mentions. What about Streets of Rage?
Yep, another good one. It's like a lot like Final Fight. It's like the Pepsi and Coke.
It is,
but it's a very good game. It's very good franchise.
It's Final Fight. It's Red and Blue Double Dragon, but Streets of Rage was really good. Just turn it on, turn your brain off, and go beat the hell out of some people.
Exactly.
Streets of Rage. This is one of your honorables.
Yes, sir.
TMNT.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time. I loved it. I spent so much money in the arcades and that. Oh, God, I loved
Turtles in Time. My only complaint about that game is that the final boss, Shredder, was way too easy. Way too easy.
If you could get to him, though.
Well, you'd have to get past that little brain dude,
Yes.
Crane. Somebody should tell me his name.
Yeah, we probably should have researched that.
Is it? I think it's Crane.
Did this entire
Crane the brain.
He's busy,
and he builds that giant robot suit. And that dude comes flying at, and that's straight out of the cartoon, the action figures. It's great. He's really tough. You're thinking, how am I going to get past this dude? Well, you do. You get past the next series of levels, and then you beat the hell out of Shredder, who is nothing.
Nothing.
Turtles in Time, great game. One of my all-time favorites. I know you're not a Sega Saturn guy.
No, sir.
This game, please get an emulator. Please get into this game. Altered Beast.
Altered Beast.
Wore that fucking thing down. Didn't discover it till I was probably 20 years old. When I finally got my first Sega. That's when you find the best games.
Yeah.
You know,
nothing to do.
Right. Like, you know, a decade or so after it came out, got my first Sega and discovered Altered Beast. When you go from man to beast, when they alter you to this beast, You're just unstoppable, Dub. You're
Hell yeah.
kicking ass. You're taking names. It is such a great beat 'em up game.
I'll try
Altered
it.
Beast. And lastly, Golden Axe.
Yep. That
Golden Axe was
Didn't
a
play that
really
one.
underrated beat 'em up game. A lot of people love. There's a couple great sequels. I'm just going with the franchise on all of these. Really, Streets of Rage, like Streets of Rage 4, are probably the best Streets of Rage. Double Dragon 2, and then Super Double Dragon,
Absolutely.
Double Dragon, and Battletoads on NES and SNES are
Decent
both
game. Decent.
both good games. Really too difficult. But the franchises, Golden Axe, great franchise, great beat 'em up game.
Yeah, we'll
All right, let's get into the news. This is getting
Let's do it.
ridiculous. But I will say, Maximum Carnage wins that list. What a fucking game! Maximum Carnage, Double Dragon can't beat him. But Maximum Carnage, we need to go play that game. Let's start the news with Call of Duty Black
sir.
Ops 6. It is confirmed. Theater mode will be back. Black Ops 6. This is huge, and I'll tell you why after you wax about it.
Well, theater mode is coming back. It's been in pretty much all the Black Ops, but it's huge for the community. You don't want these little things like theater mode not going to the next game to be ignored. And it's coming back. It's what a lot of players use to, show the goofy shit that's happening, the glitches, or just, if they get killed in a really horrible way, kill yourself with a grenade accidentally. Happens on purpose plenty.
Happens a lot.
Yeah, but it's just a lot of fun to see all that shit. And for nerds who are like me, I don't play it much these days, but if I was still playing it, I would be using theater mode to, scout myself and, kind of figure out how I could be better, watch myself and see that kind of shit.
Yeah, dude, there's all that, but what Call of Duty, what these people need to do is really lean into this. Theater mode is your ticket to, what do we all do in this field? What do we all do? We're posting shorts, we're posting reels, we're posting TikToks.
Yes.
The people, Call of Duty Black Ops people, they could have their own platform of social media where they're posting their hilarious fails or their badass kills. That's what theater, and it's so easy with theater mode. This is a huge thing. They really should lean into this. I think it's a great thing, and it is coming back for Call of Duty Black Ops 6. All right, how about Max Payne? Max Payne 1 and 2,
Yep.
the remake. How's that coming along?
They are entering full production mode, whatever the hell that means. But no, it's on schedule is what it really means. Things are moving on smoothly, and that's what you love to hear. You don't want to hear it's getting slowed down for some strike or whatever the reasons. It's in production mode, and what I also saw was Control 2 is in playable form, so they're testing that internally right now. So that's also really good news because I love the Control series, Alan Wake, the whole shared universe. This is awesome to get all these games up and going. This is great.
It's great.
For Remedy.
It's great. It is great news. First of all, Max Payne 1 and 2 remake. That's gonna be so fucking cool. And Control 2, the sequel. That's gonna be so fucking cool. And in this gamer world that we live in right now of delays and shutdowns, to hear that these are both progressing and moving on to the next stage of being made and being released is fucking great news.
Yes.
Speaking of shutdowns, Tango Gameworks. Y'all remember these guys? They did The Evil Within, and they did the shockingly successful Hi-Fi Rush. Well, they were shut down back in May by Microsoft. Well, guess what, Dove?
What?
They're back.
Hell yeah.
Jack.
Hell yeah. Let's keep it going. That's
Jack.
Fantastic news.
That's great news. Yeah, who picked them up? What's going on?
Crafton picked them up. Same publishers behind PUBG Battleground and Callisto Protocol. Callisto? I always
Jack.
fuck up the name of that one. But it's just great news. These are some awesome IPs that they're going to keep going. Hi-Fi Rush, Evil Within, Ghostwire Tokyo. Yeah, it just looks like Tango found the cash.
Tango found the cash. Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because they got.
Don't explain.
Okay.
Let's not even.
Well,
you know what? Let's just leave it there.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's just give it a 5 count.
Are we still counting?
Give it a 5 count, please.
5 seconds? Or
Give it
five?
All right, we're moving on.
Okay.
Here's the thing. You know, we need good developers developing good games. That's what you got from Tango. I mean,
Right.
Hi-Fi Rush, they do eerie, creepy, dark shit, and then they do Hi-Fi Rush. They're versatile. That's so much different from anything they've ever done. It's a great game. It was a huge game, and Tango Gameworks picked up by Kraft and about half the staff. And that's better than nothing. And these people, and obviously that's, the lead people on the team doing all the work. They're going to keep making great games and keep working on the great games they've already made. That's good news. We need more of that these days.
Hell yeah.
All right. So here's the thing. The Manor Lord, Manor Lord.
Yes.
You did a
Yes,
video. You had a Manor Lords as part of one of your videos.
Yep. Working on it. Playing it right now.
It's a visually stunning game, Manor Lords.
Yes.
I haven't played it. It looks great. I know you dove in there a little bit. The Dove dove. Manor Lords. I'm just saying. I'll say it again. Visually stunning. They did great work.
It's a beautiful game.
The developers did some really, really good work on this game. But the developers can't go anywhere without a publisher. And the people at Manor Lords, this game, they have a great publisher who gets it. And this publisher, one of their team members has been speaking out and taking down everybody and telling it like it is. And yikes, man. What is he saying? He laid it out. This is how the gamer relationship between developers and publishers works financially. What did this dude say?
Tim Bender, CEO of Hooded Horse Publishing, he basically is calling out other publishers for their greedy practices, and basically saying the way things are set up now is that when a publisher takes a game, puts it out there, and they start getting the money back, the publishers have to be reimbursed in full, completely, before they give any money to the developers. And that is a reason a lot of these smaller studios, these smaller developers, are going under, because it takes a while for that money to come in and to do updates to keep the game going, to keep things relevant for people to keep buying it. They still need capital to do that, and they don't always get it in time. So Tim Bender is calling them out and saying that that's not how you do it. That's not a good business model to keep everyone afloat.
I mean, it's terrible. If you can't pay your employees to work on a game, then you have no employees to work on a game. I mean, these are the contracts that they sign. They probably don't have a choice. This is the only way I'm going to get my game out there.
Yes.
I have to sign this contract. And then when the game gets out there and there's bugs and there's fixes needed, and, well, us as a publisher, we're going to get everything we put into this back first.
Yes.
And if there's anything left, you can have it. Well, there won't be anything left because nobody's working on the fixes for this game. And basically, dude said it best. The Manor Lords publisher, a lot of really good games with a lot of potential are failing because these are how the contracts are set up.
Yeah.
So we got to change that.
Absolutely.
And
it's easy to say, don't sign them, like you're saying, but like telling someone that if you don't like a job, go find another one. It's not that easy.
No.
Sometimes you got to take what you can get, and that's what's going on. And it's crap, and like you said, it's got to change.
It's got to change. He's the gamer buff. He's Dove Larson. Please like, share, and subscribe for more content. He's got Dove's Digital Deep Dive, the Indie Spotlight, the Gamer Buff podcast at 2 Hats to the Beard. Plus, we have our shorts and we have our live stream. The moral of the show today is go play Maximum Carnage. I forgot all about that game. That was such a wonderful beat 'em up nomination by you. And I got to get back there and play that. What a terrific, terrific game, Maximum Carnage. Thanks for hanging out with us. Appreciate you. We'll do it again next week. Have a good true and game on. Kill it, Jimmy. Oh, Jimmy. What's the name of that robot?
Yeah, couldn't get to the bottom of that one.
Kill it, Jimmy.
You know what's weird? Real quick,